it looks like we're getting into a game here.
Are we?
Yeah, surprise.
All right, let's do this. So who is?
All right. Well.
So there's
actually, I think I can figure out who is who.
I'm gonna say like LiBo's a shorter name.
I will give you a rain check on that.
Go ahead. All I know is that I see Zoo.
Actually, I think LiBo is the longer name. I think LiBo is on Warlock and IceFox is on Shaman.
So LiBo playing a Undertaker Zoo and Shaman playing Sea Giant. Oh, what? Do we have a bot? This is a bot Shaman, ladies and gentlemen.
We do know that this deck can get legend.
Yeah,
so
we do know that. I know that much.
It is tournament viable.
I know that much. Oh, that's actually a really rough start.
Okay, well, I apologize if I mix up the players, but I believe LiBo has his hand on his forehead, and IceFoxy has his hand on his chin.
All right.
Oh, now they're impossible to distinguish.
Yeah, you can't tell now. I would say like one of them is a Chinese player, but I can't tell you either. That's a really slow start for the Shaman right now. Like he asked Undertaker to deal with the Undertaker, but no Lightning Bolt, no Rock Biter, and he mulliganed
What
into
do you
two
think about
Giants.
a double Doomguard hand though? Isn't that kind of bad?
It's actually really terrible. If he tops it to Soulfire,
Void Caller.
Do you think it runs Void Caller? I've seen it, but it's not like the
it's
most
my favorite
common.
card.
It's not the most common card, but
Yeah,
like
I
I wouldn't
guess.
be surprised if the China ladder reserved us some surprises. Now that is really awkward for the Shaman.
Yeah.
If this gets buffed up any further than 2/3, it's gonna become
the
really
Harvest
painful.
Golem is like dead, and it does because he drew a Harvest Golem of his own.
Oh, at least he didn't get the Haunted Creeper, because that would have been even worse for the Shaman.
Yeah, it would have.
He might get a Hex soon. Oh, wow, the second Earth Shock. That's actually really, really good. So Shaman's like...
Is it? You can't use it this turn. It's a mess.
But you're still fine, though, right?
It's a mess, man.
Because dealing with that 2/3, that...
Like here you play the Harvest Golem, you kill the Harvest Golem, and I think you go for the Juggle.
Well, you can't go for the Juggle, because you'd have to kill it first, and you can't...
Oh, he's only on 3 mana, my bad.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's really tricky right now. The Earth Shock from the Shaman's actually going to be able to kill the Undertaker. Then he can, well, at least neutralize it. Then he can trade with the Juggler.
Or he can trade the Juggler into the Harvest Golem and kill the remainder.
Yeah. Or does he just like wait for the Sea Giant value? Does he just wait for that Sea Giant value?
I don't know.
This is risky. Yeah, I don't think he can. It wouldn't be realistic. Yeah, but like Undertaker's one of those cards right now. Like, personally, I'm not a big fan of it. Some people like it. I just think it's just too good. It snowballs like a 1-mana Yeti.
Aren't you a fan of like really good cards though? Don't you want to use really good cards
to
win tournaments?
All the time, yeah.
Isn't winning tournaments? I mean, Amaz was telling me that winning tournaments is good.
What?
Yeah.
What does he know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess he could have been mistaken.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
That's a great draw.
Just the concept
Lightning
of it.
Storm.
Yeah, now the Warlock actually has to kill the Manatide as soon as he can. It's good that he's got the Abusive Sergeant for that.
Yeah, you can kill the Manatide with the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Oh, or he drew a Juggler.
All right, let's go for that 33%. Well, wait, what?
I think you...
He might trade first. With it. No, there's no point.
I think you buff first.
Yeah, you buff the Undertaker first. I think that makes sense. To kill the Manatide no matter what. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like a chance of maybe killing the... Oh, wow.
That Juggle
Perfect
snipe.
hits! But Lightning Storm is going to be really good here, being able to clear the board. If he gets a Hex to deal with the...
the Harvest Golem gets to stay alive.
Might die. Oh, yeah.
Well, no,
if he hits a 3...
The remainder stays alive regardless.
Yeah. But he might... That Searing Totem comes in and maybe like challenge that. Oh, wow.
He got a 3. And the 1/1 is the best in this case.
Right now, yeah, it is.
If it does hit it for 3, it is the best.
Like, you rarely ever are happy to see a little 1/1. But
time to Doomguard away a Doomguard and Argus.
Oh, that is bad. Those are like 2 of the top cards you want in some kind of mid-game, late-game situation. And especially since the Shaman is going into like his... like, he has 4 mana next turn because he's overloaded, but on the following turn he's got the Fire Elemental to clear usually at least one thing. But the Doomguard is going to be a huge headache. It's like, no Hex. How do we deal with this right now?
I think you just need a Hex, or you need to not run into the Doomguard. Like, I think he's thinking about Argusing.
Yeah, well, he's afraid of getting hexed right out the gate, and that would really be painful. But he's going to gamble it, which... you
think he's killing the 1/1 with a 5?
No point. You want to go face. Yeah, that's really painful for the Shaman. He needs to get a Stoneclaw here if he can.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Well, I mean...
That'll do it.
Both players have had good RNG.
Yeah,
Like great totem RNG, but great juggler RNG, great draws, great opener.
But Doomguard into Doomguard, Lotheb is actually really strong.
It's strong from the Warlock's point of view, but it's not really useful at all. I mean, he has no spells in his hand.
Yeah, but if he had a Hex, like he doesn't know that. He's just thinking if he wants to wipe the board, he has to commit a lot, which in this case is not really realistic. Now, does he Echoing Ooze to get a Sea Giant? He's trying to get a Sea Giant out, because he's probably dead if he does. He's thinking about trying to get a
totem or Echoing Ooze, yeah.
Or is your Drake
you don't Drake because you can't draw anything you can play.
A bolt would kill.
No,
oh no, that's right.
You
You can't even play it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that looks really bad for the Shaman right now. I think you totem Ooze, or you totem Giant. This is really awkward.
I think you totem Giant.
Yeah, you totem Giant. You pray for a Stoneclaw. If he gets a Stoneclaw again, it's gonna be like the curse of.
What if you Echoing Ooze and you Giant, he goes face and you draw like a Bloodlust? That's 5, that's 15.
Actually, yeah, it's the bot deck.
That would be death.
That would be death. Well, now everything kills him. Abusive Sergeant, Dark Iron Dwarf, Defensive Argus, Soulfire, another... Wow.
Lepernom's pretty much going to do it.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have any more Earth Shocks.
Well, what if he gets Bloodlust here? He gets like 12 extra damage, and he's got how much on the board? 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to be it.
No, he needed to Echoing Ooze.
Yeah, this is not happening. Like, Lepernom is lethal, no matter what.
Alright.
Well, that should be it.
What can we do here? No, if he can clear the board and get a Stoneclaw, he can survive.
If he clears Doomguard plus the Spider... If he clears Doomguard and the Lotheb...
And gets a Stoneclaw.
Gets a Stoneclaw, yeah. Okay, there's a chance he survives one more turn. That's right. I think he'll have to try that at least. You have to do Flame Tongue Totem to trade away your 1/1s. You don't really have the choice.
You have to get a Stoneclaw here. It's 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 chance, because he can't draw Taunt. The Taunt will kill Lepernom.
Oh, wow, he gets it. All right,
okay, that's
one more turn. One more turn, maybe.
Yeah.
That's Shaman.
Here you can actually Fire Elemental, but you want to Sea Giant.
I might just Sea Giant, yeah. You go Flame Tongue to trade. I start with Flame Tongue and just drop a Sea Giant, but it's up to you. I don't know. I feel like the Flame Tongue might be the better option.
I think you realized he just screwed up.
He can't buff the Stoneclaw, that's for sure. Because if he does, then Lepernom kill itself on it.
Yeah.
And that is the end.
Yeah.
So I hope he doesn't mistake that. That would be a huge mistake. No, no. What are you doing? No, no, no. What?
Oh my god.
Okay, the Echoing Ooze can still take the Flame Tongue, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah. Would have mattered.
Well, he did get the Stoneclaw. He just like threw it away.
Soulfire.
Well, it doesn't matter, right? But
Soulfire.
He's not showing though.
Oh, you just got Soulfire.
But he's not showing. There's no point to show.
Yeah.
You're just showing the guy that the guy like he put the Stoneclaw in the wrong place. That was awkward.
That was awkward. It was just not.
Walking it away was
so
a big
bad.
deal. No, that might have been the Priest game we saw. Like they started a new game then conceded.
Yeah. This is a live event, so
Yeah.
they probably just screwed something up. Maybe they had a wrong card in the deck.
Fine. Happens.
Yeah.
So this Priest, like after Shaman, Priest comes. I think Shaman's a really strong first pick though. Like it's got a good matchup against everything. Yeah. So I like the fact that he picked it up.
It's good. I don't think it's actually great against anything. Maybe against Warrior, that'd be about it, right?
It's got some better matchups, but it doesn't have like it's not as favored against anything as like Control Warrior against a Freeze Mage, for instance. It's just got like really sturdy play in general. So I really like it.
That's actually pretty interesting. I was under the impression that Control Warrior was actually the strongest deck right now because it's
debatable, but I would argue that that's the case.
Yeah.
For like in a large way.
And we haven't seen Warrior at all yet in the tournament.
It's hard to lead with it because you might just get overwhelmed if you don't get a good draw necessarily. Wow, that's a really good start for the Priest. Mulligan away.
Yeah, turn 2 Dark Cultist, turn 3 Dark Cultist.
Yeah, this game
over
is.
The backup.
Well, I think it's gonna go into 1/1, so. Although he can trade, so that's good for him. Like that's the Direwolf Alpha on the Lepernom allowed him to just remove the Zombie Chow.
But he doesn't have an answer to a Dark Cultist.
My top deck
and if he goes Dark Cultist into Dark Cultist, that's like super scary as Zoo.
Well, it's really hard to remove. He needs to get Abusive Sergeant.
He needs an answer.
Like really
He doesn't
fast.
have one right now.
Let's see what he draws. Maybe just gets a Soulfire. Nerubian Egg.
Nope.
Yeah, especially if he's got the Alkanized Soul Priest. I wonder. So here, do you play Egg plus Lepernom, or do you draw the Harvest Golem
I think you tap to try to Soulfire that off the board.
Yeah.
Because the chance he has both is really low, and what other 3-drop is a Priest run?
They don't run any now. Some of them still
as a Warlock, I would see that as a very desperate play, and I would just try to fish out an answer. Like Abusive Sergeant or Soulfire would have done it.
But the only thing is, if he actually manages to kill Thazad, whoa, that's something I haven't seen much in Priest. Actually, I don't think I've seen it at all.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. So, like, the awkward moment here is that if he does find a way to buff the minions, he can actually at least kill one. And then if he trades the egg away, it gives him a 4/4 that's almost unremovable for Priest. So he's got, like, one more turn before the Holy Nova falls. And I think I do trade the Leper Gnome happily here into the... Do you trade your board? I mean, you get a 4/4 afterwards.
I think maybe I'll trade the Leper Gnome and then not attack with the egg.
Like, you give him the opportunity to heal, though. That's kind of where I find it's a bit awkward, because now you haven't killed anything.
Yeah.
And you give him the opportunity to heal up the cultist and extract even more value out of it. Like, what I would have done probably is go Leper Gnome plus egg into the 3/4. It'll buff the 3/2, but that's still acceptable because you got a 4/4 on board. But now, like, he's getting 2 cards for no sacrifice. I like keeping the egg, though. Yeah?
Yeah, because it just absorbs a hit. That's just cards you just draw. Protects the Argus.
Yeah, I guess, but the 4/4 is like, it's a really big deal.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything if you don't attack that turn with it.
Yeah. That's gonna be painful. Is he not willing to play?
Like, see here, it sets up the exact issue that I was talking about.
I see that. Yeah, I see what you mean. I just find it a bit awkward that you would let... Because as soon as the Priest manages to get a good hold on the board, as Zoo, it's one of the hardest things to remove.
Yeah.
Like, as you said, Double Dark Cultist is one of the strongest openers.
Yeah.
So I find like it's really awkward. But he does trade it in the end. Like, it's...
Also...
oh, wow,
what a great card.
It's either... Well, with Doomguard, it's painful to look at. You kind of want... You kind of don't, like... You take a 50-50. If he does... If it works, like you Soulfire the Alkanai, for instance, you attack with a 2/3, then it'll... You can attack the 3/1 with the 4/4, which will buff the other guy.
I was actually just realizing that the only reason he played the...
I don't like that very much. What's up?
That's fine.
Yeah, it does the same thing. It's a 50-50 still.
Well, no. He just Soulfires more easily now. But... Well, my mentality was he wouldn't be able to... What?
Yeah, 50-50 GG.
He wouldn't be able to play the Soul Priest because of the Holy Nova next turn, unless you drew another 5-drop, which he did with Lotheb.
Yeah, I get that.
So you got a bit lucky there, I think.
So I'm wondering if this Priest deck is trying to get some kind of wombo combo with the Zombie Chows and the Alkanais. Because Kel'Thuzad is a bit weird to me here. Like, Priests generally, once they have a board, they don't lose it. So Kel'Thuzad feels like... It feels unnecessary to me right now. Like
I just don't understand why he didn't kill the Akanai there.
That's what I told you. Like
he could have.
He could have killed it. Yeah. He definitely could have. That's why I found it a bit weird the way that he played it.
You think maybe he... Actually, no. You think maybe he was just playing around the fact that he would get Doomguard and not discarded or something?
Well, it's a 50-50, but... Yeah, he had to take the chance, but it didn't pan out. Like, if it had worked out, he would have been kind of okay. But as it is, like, this is not looking very good for Zoo.
I think the Warlock is just out of the game right now.
Yeah, well, Priest can't heal, so if the Warlock just goes face and gets decent draws, like, he can't heal himself up, right?
But like
really Cabal Shadow Priest mana.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, this is it'll even deal damage to the Warlock as everything dies.
And you take the Harvest Golem here.
Yeah, this is actually horrendous for the Warlock. I think you ignore the 1/2 here. It's not really a big threat. Just go face.
Yep.
Yeah, he can't even, like, playing the Flame Imp feels like a liability because you're losing even more health.
You can't play the Flame Imp at this point, but you might have to. Like, if he doesn't draw... Yeah, I think you have to play with that hand right now. Yeah, you have to play that Flame Imp.
Well, he doesn't have the choice, but I can't see how he's supposed to apply more pressure at this point. The only way he does that is by going face all the way, but the Circle of Healing is just going to cut everything short.
I mean...
No matter how he floods this board.
The Circle of Healing combo with Kel'Thuzad is actually genius. It's... You sack your board with Circle of Healing, and then you play KT, and everything comes back with full life. But
that implies that you have the Alkanai from the previous turn, and they left it there, right?
Yeah.
Which is, like, it's not that common in Constructed in general.
That's happening right now.
Yeah, it's happening now, but it's so uncommon.
But my point is, like, because of that,
I see.
It's over.
I get it, but it's so... It's uncanny. Like, I just find it so weird. Like, do you just ping the Spider here and just Holy Nova? Do you lose 2 health, but you wipe the board?
5. He's got 2 off lethal right now.
I feel like you ping the spider, Nova, trade the golem away, and then go face for 7.
Just Lotheb?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you do Lotheb.
You could go for the safer play, I guess.
Yeah.
There's 2 ways to do this to not wipe the board.
I think you leave the 1-2 and you play Lotheb.
Quite frankly, this matchup is so weird. Once the priest gets like a hold of the board control, like that Dark Cultist double draw was, and the zombie chow, especially on turn 1, that forced the warlock to trade into it. Like that was actually a huge deal. Like the priest had the perfect answers to the warlock's play. Like Zoo is not that favored against priest, just because of the addition of the Dark Cultist with Naxxramas. So I'm kind of
Yeah, well, we are going to 1-1. We're going to go to the 3rd game again.
Yeah.
It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, but it's good. Like that lineup was kind of good. I like the Shaman into Priest, but I felt like without the misplay, Shaman might have been able to live one more turn.
I think out of the 2, we're actually seeing Priest. But
oh, what?
Remember, it's blind picks, so they don't get the counter.
These
are blind picks.
Yeah, it's blind picks for the second
mind
match.
Control, that's interesting.
Yeah, I like mind control in Priest right now. It's actually going to come in handy here.
That's KT. Is that KT on the other player? Are they both running KT?
Are they both running Kel'Thuzad?
I think so.
Okay, whoa, that's a huge hand.
That is a
huge hand. All right, so we have Undertaker Priest on one side. I think the other one is a more standard Control Priest.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is a more standard Control Priest.
I think POV is the same. I think, oh man, I suck at this.
LiBo?
IceFox?
Yeah.
I think he's the one with a good opener this time around.
Well, I think it's actually a really great opener to have the
Undertaker, yeah.
No, the Injured Blade Master into Circle of Healing. It's actually like really amazing against Priest.
So you attack the 2-1, you coin
you coin
Blade
and then you heal everything up. Like a 4-7 is absolutely devastating. Like as a Priest to deal with very early in the game. Like sure your opponent has a Undertaker, but at this point you can kill it even if it gets buffed up by the Dark Cultist.
Yeah.
Which is gonna happen next turn.
Yeah,
like that's gonna be really strong from the.
And his follow-up plays are pretty good. He can just like power word shield something that's left and heal it.
And like it's funny because we see here that Dark Cultist will fall buffing the Undertaker at 3-4, but it still dies to the Injured Blade Master. So that puts the Death Rattle player in a really awkward position, I find. Like his turn 4 is kind of weak right now. Like he's got a turn 5 in the Sludge Belcher, but before that, it's kind of weird. So, do you take advantage of the fact that you can just power word shield heal, or do you thought steal? Because you're not really afraid.
I like the power word shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Because you could have justified leaving it up. The odds of that guy getting buffed up are like very slim, and you could have done that a bit later. Yeah, the turn 4 here is very weak.
Oh man.
This card is pretty useless right now. Wow. Started off well with the Undertaker into the Loot Hoarder, but that Injured Blade Master circle.
I think the main play here is
to heal the enemy
and suicide the Dark Cultist.
To buff the
yeah.
He's got another Northshire though. Do you really want to keep it alive that bad since you have a second one in hand? Like this is never go full Northshire, right?
I guess.
I don't know. I am a little ambivalent on the possible plays here.
He does have very few options at this point. I mean,
I'm pretty sure he was confident with that start, but
the reason is like the follow-up plays at this point are so immense.
Whoa! Oh wow! He just used the circle and then gets the Alkanai.
Yep. I mean, you have a turn 4 Soul Priest, a turn 5 Sludge Belcher, turn 6 Thought Steel Injured Blade or something, or now Northshire Injured Blade heal.
Yeah, I really like that.
I mean, the curve is just incredible.
Yeah, both players have a Sludge though
LiBo.
For turn 5.
Yeah.
None of them run Shadow Madness that I can see.
IceFox, he's pretty much all in on the Sylvanas, isn't he?
Actually, yeah, he is. I don't think the other player runs a Silence. It's kind of unlikely. You'll see it sometimes when people expect Handlock, but it's not such a... For this format, it's actually pretty awkward because you don't know what you're going to be facing. So, does he just trade into it and then play the Alkanai? I feel like that's the play, but...
Yeah.
He's going to try to draw.
He's going to match the draws.
Also, yeah. Both of them are going to draw off it, though. He could have just
I
played the
don't know if it's
Alkanite,
good
consolidated the board.
You start drawing answers. That's a pretty good answer though. Cabal Shadow Priest, the 1/6.
Yeah, that's really strong. Like I see the Alkanite, I mean the Sludge Belcher Hail falling down, buying him one turn.
Alright.
Yeah, but then Sludge Belcher comes from the other side and it's basically a status quo. And I think you'll have the mana for Cabal on the Slime if the Sludge Belcher doesn't die right now.
Oh my god.
Wow,
Both
this
players
is
have
absolutely...
drawn all North Shires.
I wonder if he'll play it. I'm really curious. I wouldn't even be surprised at this point. Oh, he's trading into it. Alright. That's interesting. Do you play the second injured and heal it up? Nope, that's not what he's doing. He's opting for the Sludge Belcher.
More Arcanized.
Yeah, that's actually... I think this is a good spot for Sylvanas.
Yeah.
You take a chance.
You have to do it.
If they have Shadow or Death, it's not really that good because the stuff that's on the board is good for you either way.
Yeah.
Like you don't really mind stealing any of that stuff.
And you get control with it.
Yep.
Because he can't sacrifice his creatures right now.
Yeah. And you can even keep the Sylvanas healed for the sake of it. If you don't want it to die and steal anything, you just keep healing it and draw it off the Northshire Cleric. Sylvanas never dies. If he taunts it up though, she'll be forced to be killed very soon.
What if can you Loath up here? Can you afford to take damage?
I mean Lothab is not a bad
Can
play,
you
but what
Loatheb
are you exactly
double
playing it
power
for?
word shield
On Lothab?
on Sylvanas.
On Sylvanas.
Yeah.
You're gonna get incredible value out of her no matter what. You just want to stack it to like. I mean, he could play the Alkanite
And I
Soul
think
Priest,
you'd like
Power Word
Argus
Shield.
the turn after that.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a good. Well, he could play Alkanite and ping the. I don't know. There's very many lines of plays here, but I do like the Power Word Shields over the heal. I think it's a lot more relevant.
Yeah, you don't want to heal because of the North
There's
Shire.
no point. There's absolutely no point.
Oh, he wants to buff his Loatheb. Okay, that's not bad.
That's well,
That's a
that's
good
fine
card.
because it's gonna. Oh, one Shadow Madness. In this deck, it's actually good because it does work against the Sludge Belchers, which we see a lot. So that's going to trade that in. It sucks because the first Sludge Belcher is already taken care of, so Shadow Madness comes in a bit late. Feels a little awkward. I'm kind of... I'd feel like the current turn is very awkward for this player just because Sylvanas was played at the right time.
Yeah.
And Loatheb is not really manageable right now.
I think you have enough garbage to play that it doesn't
You
matter.
can throw fodder, right, on the
Yeah.
board, but...
Like Loot Hoarder, Northshire, Zombie
Yeah.
Chow.
He could just play Injured Blade Master with Northshire and heal it up, if he feels like it.
And I think you attack first with a 4/5, then the 4/6 hits Sylvanas. Oh, what is he doing?
He does not want to trade away.
Oh.
He just wants to keep drawing cards. As long as the 1/2 is on the board. Well, then again, Loatheb kills the 1/2 next turn. And then Sylvanas trades into 4/5, steals potentially a good card.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's actually really weird. Especially with Shadow Madness, he can actually steal something for the turn, so he's guaranteed not to permanently mind control it if he doesn't want it. This is a really nice turn for this. The Shadow Madness might help a lot here.
I think that was a terrible turn for,
I
LiBo.
don't. I think he could have played it a bit more aggressively as far as trading goes, because he's already in a really commanding position. Wow. Okay, the fodder is getting played. Sylvanas suddenly was
Yeah,
like.
but Shadow Madness is ridiculous on Loot Hoarder.
Yep. Oh, the holy
my.
Nova pickup. That is a huge draw. I guess.
The thing is, it does heal Sylvanas before it triggers, so he draws 2 cards off of it.
You know what? You heal your Sylvanas, then you Nova, so you mill the opponent.
No, you don't.
No, you
Oh
just,
yeah, you do
just
because
try
of
to-
Loot Hoarders.
Loot Hoarders, yeah, he mills like like
Okay.
1 card too.
I'm behind that.
I'm behind that play. I like that. I don't think it's that strong, but I mean, it kills the slime. You can trade Sylvanas away afterwards and steal something. Still, you can wipe the entire board nearly.
You can wipe the entire board
Oh,
except
come
for a
on.
1/6.
Yeah, 1/6 is the only thing that's gonna stay.
Oh,
I'd
and
love
the
to see that
1/3,
play.
the 1/3. Oh,
Oh, he's just. That's boring. That's a boring play.
that is pretty boring.
All right, it's fairly standard though. That's what you have to expect. Although now the.
He can't Nova, but he can Argus.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
No, you kill the 4/5, I think.
Well, he's trying to get as
He
much
wants
value as he
the
can out of
4/5.
the. Oh my god, this is the worst possible. Well, yeah, it is arguably. If he got a second circle of healing, actually, with the Alkanites that he's got in hand, he could actually wipe this board quite effectively. But right now, it's not looking very good. I think you play the Zombie Chow just because. There's literally no reason not to. Might eat up a hit.
I just feel you're never gonna see that much value off a Holy Nova in this matchup.
Not as much as there was here. That it's basically like playing against Control Warrior. You have a 1 or 2 like windows of opportunity where you're gonna get a little bit of value, but not that much. That's pretty much what's happening right now. Now, no Shadow or Death was drawn, so it's kind of awkward for Lothab. This is really awkward for Lothab. A 5/9 on board. You could attack into it after Nova. Like, you could attack into it then Nova. That would kill it. The opponent would draw 2 cards, however, so...
he'd draw 1 because the 4/5 would die.
Oh, true, never mind. I thought I saw 4 attack. I don't know why my head stayed up. That's right. Alright, he draw 1 card. It's not that bad, honestly. I see the Akanai Shadow Madness play to deal 5 damage to the Priest. You smack the Loot Hoarder, the Zombie Chow, sorry, into the Lothab.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's kind of...
I like that.
Like, it's not necessarily the optimal play right now. I feel like a better play right now would be just to drop a Sludge
Actually, I think I like that the best.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's at 20.
Yeah, he's going to get down a little bit. You can just go face afterwards. You attack him for 4. He goes down pretty low. But Holy Fire brings him back pretty... Like, it rubber bands. Holy Fire is a huge rubber band play.
Yeah. But if you don't have a board, it doesn't really do that much, I feel.
Yeah. So he decides to kill the Northshire Cleric. That's 8 damage on a Northshire Cleric. I'm not sure how I feel about. They're playing for the long game. Both are expecting board wipes, I'm guessing, for the opponent.
Oh, there it is.
The Circle of Healing.
Yep.
And it's going to deal 5 damage for the opponent with the Zombie Chows. Wow, this is absolutely atrocious.
And you do get healed by the opponent's Zombie Chow.
Yeah, because he actually doesn't have the Akanai that he could have played last turn.
It's not your creature that does the healing.
Yeah, well, it's only yours that do heal, that turn into damage. Suddenly, the tables have turned right now. I feel like we're looking at a really strong play. Thought Steal into ping the 1/2.
Oh, another circle heal. He didn't have any more in his deck.
Yeah, he already used 2. 1 for the card draw initially, which was a little debatable, I think, of a play initially. But now he's got another Akanai and another circle from the Thought Steal. You have to Shadow Madness. Do you Shadow Madness at all, or do you just Nova?
I think Shadow Madness is better than Nova.
Yeah? Oh, then again, it does heal the Injured Blade Master. Yeah, there's a good case to be made for that, I think.
It's just Shadow Madness doesn't have that many plays, I think, in general.
Yeah.
Actually, it probably does.
Against Sludge Belcher, there's so many ways to use it,
yeah, you're right,
it's kind of hard to...
Shadow Madness is worth keeping.
Yeah. I feel like right now, Kel'Thuzad is so risky to play because of Mind Control. You know that the opponent might be playing a Mind Control, and you don't feel comfortable at all playing that at any point during the game.
I think Sylvanas again was fine.
What else is he going to do? I mean, if he has an Akanai, he can just reduce it to 0 health, and he steals the Akanai. So, yeah, I think it's still fine. It's still a good play. Wait, both priests were Death Rattle oriented?
Yeah.
I didn't expect the Undertaker from that player.
I thought great right now.
Well, it's always a 2/3 for 1 mana. Like at this point, it's like one of the strengths of the card is that even if you draw it late game, unlike Zombie Chow, it has no drawback.
But Zombie Chow late game, often the drawback becomes a positive.
Yeah, if you do have the Akanai with it. Ragnaros. Well, that's really tricky because
Circle heal time.
He doesn't know it, but his opponent has no answer to Ragnaros nor Kel'Thuzad. And as you said earlier...
Oh, Sylvanas.
Yeah, you just Sylvanas here. Wait.
It can't get mind control.
He's afraid of... He's afraid of just a Shadow or Death on an empty...
No, another Shadow Madness would be the best. You Shadow Madness, ping it, and then trade.
Trade, yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's see what he gets off Thought Steal. Wow.
Another Thoughtception.
Thoughtception, mate. That's Well, if he Thought Steals another Thought Steal, he's good on cards. Is there another? There's no more Akanais in the deck.
If he doesn't deal with his board right now, he's losing to Kel'Thuzad, I think.
Yeah, I think Kel'Thuzad is going to be huge. Well, I mean, he needed another circle to make anything out of it. Do you play Kel'Thuzad here or just Ragnaros?
There's no more circles.
Yeah, there's nothing else right now. He's got 1 in hand, and that's it. And none of the other deck. So, how do you deal with this effectively? I can't think of a way. Priest against Priest is really weird right now. It usually comes down to late game stuff, but this has been a really...
Shadow Madness. You just need Shadow Madness.
Yeah. Does he have another one? I've seen 1 from him. So, a lot of people
that uncommon?
It's not that uncommon if you're facing a lot of, like, a super aggressive metagame. or mid-range. And
feel-
with the advent of Sludge Belchers, two
I
of them.
feel
is
everyone
pretty
runs
common.
Sludge Belchers. A lot of people
Yeah.
run Farseers. I think Shadowman's just hits.
I've seen two of them in many decks.
Yeah.
Now that's really a big turn. Like, there's no answer to Ragnaros nor Kel'Thuzad, and I think you just drop Rag for the sake of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is looking very, very strong. Wow, how the tables have turned after that
Yeah.
debatable turn. How does he deal with this?
Double Thought Steal into the lose. Uh-oh.
Oh, he got another Alkanai. That is not going to do anything.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And Kel'Thuzad just completely resetting the board. Does he ping Ragnaros knowing that next turn? Well, not really, because then he can just heal it up. Oh, there's no way out of this. He's gonna have to just flood the board and hope that Ragnaros misses.
Yeah. The opponent has Holy Nova. So far, it's not missing.
I mean, if it
goes
takes the
for it.
Undertaker, it's still not gonna work. Yeah, Holy Nova is lethal here. Not anymore, but it could be. Yeah, Dark Cultist Holy Nova is actually lethal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This is it. Wipes the board, deals 8
Yep.
damage, and the Rag is... we didn't even get to see Kel'Thuzad. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, it would have been good, but
I wouldn't have done anything, but I
Rag,
would just like to
Rag
see
kind
it.
of shortened the game by a couple turns. So I think that's
Yeah.
more important because, I mean, we